Wow, chicka wow wow. What's up, party people? Welcome to Wisdom Wellness Wednesday. I am your hostess with the mostess. L as in the letter L, and key as in the key to your heart. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you to all my loyal listeners, followers, subscribers. Shout out to Persimmon Dental. Persimmon Dental, where they are a family practice that will take care of all of your dental needs, located in the Persimmon Plaza on Martinelli Way. If you are looking for a dentist, be sure to use hashtag Elkivate. So let's get into it, ladies and gents. I want to talk to you. So I talked a little bit in my last Mindful Monday about the four agreements. And one of the subjects I brought up was the fact that punctuality, I was saying it is not my strength, it is a weakness, and I am guilty as charged. And Professor Kyle, Dr. Kyle, made it a point to share his input from being in the military and how important it is on if you are on time, you're late, that you should arrive early, and that in the military, it's stressed to you about the importance of you being late could be literally a matter of life and death. And I really took that information to heart. And so it got my friend Sue and I talking about how we're both guilty of being late. And I was saying, well, I wonder if it has to do with our parents. And so it turns out that we had similar upbringings, in that my mom would stress the F out about, okay, we cannot be late. We need to make sure we are on time. We need to get ready for this barbecue. We got to be, we got to be at your grandma's house at 2 o'clock, and, get your shiznit together and let's go, kind of thing, right? And so it turns out, so she would like stress the fact that we had to be on time, and our mom had, ooh, well, back then we would call it the Irish temper, right? Oh, that's just the Irish side of her. Now, in hindsight, being 2020, not so sure if that's what it was. But anyway, that's a whole nother episode. So it turns out, as Sue and I are discussing how always late, but worth the wait, not really, or really, but that a lot of people say, well, it's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to the other person's time. It's not respecting yourself and your own time, yada, yada. So it turns out we had similar upbringings with our moms, who would make such a big fuss about we had to be ready on time. And so then we being me, my sibling, my brother Eric, or in her case, her sister, or, the family, whatever. And then our moms would be like, what the F? You're not ready? Get the casserole out of the fridge. Get the watermelon, out of whatever. And it's like, wait, we're ready. You're not. And now your anxiety is rubbing off on us, and we've been sitting here waiting for you. So, did that set a precedence for us? Guess what? It may have, because as she and I are having these similar conversations, I'm like, so was that our coping mechanism? Was that something we were taught? What is that? So it got me thinking, I need to dive deeper. So let's get into it, ladies and gents. By the way, Elkivate your life. L, the letter L, key, the key to your heart. But also, my co-host Chanel is here, just licking on her treat over here. Huh, Chanel? She was barking at dogs, so I'm trying to talk loud and fast because everyone is out walking their dog right now. And every time she sees one that gets in our vicinity, she goes into protective mode. So let's hope there's no podcast interruptions. Okay, so lifelong habits that your kids may have picked up from their parents. There was actually a list of 7, 10, so I'm going to go through the 7. So number 1, how you react when you are angry, frustrated, or afraid. Apparently, we get this from our parents. Number 2, how you handle mistakes and failure. Interesting. Number 3, how you apologize and handle being wrong. Number 4, how you solve problems. Number 5, how you handle disagreements. Number 6, how you listen to others. And number 7, how you treat animals. 7 lifelong behaviors kids pick up from their parents. So here's the fun fact, guys and girls, that I realized as I was reading this. I go, oh, okay, that would explain why Sue and I do things the way we do, right? It was a learned behavior that we had to get anxious about getting ready, and it was really important for us to get ready. But then our parents weren't ready. They were always running late. So that kind of got instilled into us. Because I am definitely guilty of, okay, we got to be at this, function at this time, and it takes me 2 hours, depending on what the occasion is, to get ready. And then sure enough, as we're walking out of the door to be to that function, whatever it is, I'll be walking out their door. I'll be like, yep, okay, ready to go. Yep, we're going to make it there on time. And then I'll go, oh, shoot, I forgot my lipstick. I forgot my lip gloss. I forgot my sunglasses. I forgot my jacket. I forgot my water, whatever. And so I end up going back and I end up being late. So I would love to hear your feedback on this, ladies and gentlemen. I recognize it's not a good habit. Please know that I am aware of this and I am actively working on it. And I'll say to myself what I say to my husband. Don't try, do. Okay. That being said, how you react when you are angry, frustrated, or afraid. Well, I can tell you, the younger version of Elkivate Your Life, aka Eva, in my Eva Do today, how I react when I'm angry, frustrated, or afraid very much was, my younger self was very much on par for my mom. Yelling, screaming, getting impatient, stressing out, just the whole thing. And now what I do is I take some deep breaths. I think about what is it I'm angry or frustrated or afraid about, and what can I do to not react, respond, as my counselor would say. Number 2, how you handle mistakes and failure. Okay, my mom was very much a perfectionist, and I definitely recognize that my love languages are now words of affirmation, physical touch, all of the things I didn't get. So how I handle mistakes and failures, not well. I am kind of a perfectionist, and I do beat myself up. I do kind of go, darn it, I should have done this. I could have done this. I could have done that. But I say to myself, but what is the lesson here? How could I do this differently and improve next time? Number 3, how you apologize and handle being wrong. Well, once upon a time, I was not good at the apologizing or handling being wrong well, now my older adult self goes, you know what? You're right. I did say that. I did respond this way. That was wrong. I'm sorry. I can be better. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. How you problem solve, how you solve problems. Okay, I'm very solution oriented now. I don't know if it's because I was a single mom at 25 years of age, so I had to be mom and dad and learn how to solve problems. I don't know if through trial and error, I just realized I have to be solution oriented. I have to be able to figure out how to solve problems. And I can't count on anybody else but myself. So I wouldn't say my younger self knew that, but my older self grew to know these things. How I handle disagreements, very different in my older age than my younger age. Before I would get jealous, I would storm out, yell, scream, you name it, I did it. And now I just say, you know what? This conversation is making me uncomfortable. I don't like where this is going. I think we need to table this for later. I'm much more calm, cool, and collected. How you listen to others? Well, the whole reason I started this podcast is because everyone comes to me for not necessarily their problems, but most people I know come to talk to me. My kids at school, my friends, family, colleagues, yeah, strangers. So, how I listen to others, I'm a very good listener. And 7, how I treat animals. Well, I grew up with cats, dogs, fish, always wanted a hamster. That was out of the question because a hamster requires a cage, cleaning, a lot of maintenance that I guess my mom did not think I was going to keep up with. And was she right? Or did she just not want to deal with it or spend the money or whatever? I don't really know. I got to visit other people's hamsters. I didn't get my own. But I did have cats, dogs, fish. And how I listened to others. If I were to reflect back on my mom, yes, my mom was a great listener. She was a great conversationalist, super smart, Capricorn, pretty much on par for Capricorn. Always trudging up the mountain to the top, always learning. And I mean, no one could play Jeopardy like my mom. I'll tell you that. I mean, to this day, I'm like, I would just watch her in awe when she would play Jeopardy because there was no question she could not answer. And I'd like to think I got some of those smarts, some of that intelligence. I mean, there's definitely things that I recognize where I remember, oh, I got that from my mom. When we would go on road trips, she would point out the different birds and plants or flowers, and I definitely remember some things about that. Nationalities, uh, names tied to the nationality, like, oh, that name is Polish because it ends in SKI, or this name is this because they're from there, things like that. I have to say, she shared a lot of her wisdom with me. So I definitely think there is some relevance to all of these. So, listeners, what do you think? Do you think that the 7 things that I just mentioned, 7 lifelong behaviors kids pick up from their parents, Do you think that you have picked up these things from your parents? I would love to hear your feedback and your thoughts. And, you can text in. I am on all the platforms: Amazon Music, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. I encourage you to text in your responses to either Apple or YouTube. Spotify lets you review my podcast, but not offer feedback. And I would love to hear, what do you have to say about this? Because I feel like there's going to be some controversial information about this, like, no, I don't agree, or yes, I do agree, or, yeah, this is how I react when I get angry, or how I handle mistakes, or how I treat animals, or disagreements, or listening, whatever it is. I would love to hear your thoughts. So please text in your thoughts, your opinions, your questions, your answers, your ideas, your suggestions. I am here for you. And on that note, I want to remind you, when you like, share, comment, whatever, it does help the algorithm. It helps to get my name, face, podcast out there. Maybe my podcast is not for you, or you don't listen consistently, but maybe you know of someone that could benefit from this information and you want to share it with your friend. Great. The more the merrier. I'm here for you. So please like, share, comment, subscribe. Ladies and gents, you could literally subscribe for as little as a cup of coffee to as much as a freaking Happy Meal. I mean, from $3, $3, $5, $8, $10 a month. And in return, what do you get? Well, what you get is I talk about you and your business and advertise you and your business to the world out there who listens to me. And I have to tell you, the stats are this: 49% men and 50% women. And the ages are from 18 to 80. So it's a wide range of people. I have people listening in the United States, in Canada, and the UK. And so, yeah, who knows? You subscribe to me. I talk about you and your business and get your name out there, advertise your name and or your business. So on that note, shout out to Kyle Few, Commitment to Love, Love is a Verb, found on Audible. Ladies and gents, we can all benefit from this book. Whether you are single, married, divorced, looking for love, in a partnership, trying to bond or reconnect with your family, your loved ones, your kids, your parents, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, whatever it is, we can all benefit from this Audible. Commitment to Love, Love is a Verb by Kyle Few on Audible via Amazon. Jeff Pata, namaste. Thank you for reminding me to be true to myself, to be my authentic self. Thank you for reminding me to be resilient and just keep on persevering through the struggles of life and helping to remind me how to meditate and what that looks like. Thank you, Jeff. Namaste. Lisa Roberts Curbello. Looking forward to seeing you. Hoping to see you at prom night. What? This Saturday night at Elevation. If you know, you know. Also, Kara Kitchell. Love my Etsy. Love my artist.etsy.com. This woman is just a creative soul. She writes poetry. She sells clothing, shoes, video, musical tributes for birthdays, anniversaries. She paints, she cooks. Check out her website. She has a lot of amazing things that is just a masterpiece. She also makes wedding favors. I mean, too many things for me to list, guys and girls. Okay? All right. Did I list everyone? Angie Germer. Shout out to Angie Germer and thrive.level.com. My girl has got me on the right track yet again during my mouth dilemma. I put on some weight because I had to eat earthly foods and I couldn't stick to my usual diet. And so I ended up gaining 10 pounds, and I've lost 6 of the 10 within 2.5 weeks. So she's helped me through. I'm on the elite plan, so I have a shake in the morning. I take supplements in the morning. I wear a dermal patch for 24 hours, and then I take these supplements in the evening called Balance to help keep things balanced. And yes, so all of these things combined help me to control my appetite and help maintain my metabolism, help keep me regular. And like I said, I've lost 6 of the 10 pounds in 2.5, going on 3 weeks now. So it definitely works. And I have mentioned her website before, but I will give you guys a reminder of her website. It is Angie Germer 757917.level.com. Obviously, you got to type in the https:// and then Angie, ANGIEGERMER 757917.level.com. And they have various different plans, various different products, GLP-1 stuff. She's lost like 47 or 57, some crazy amount of weight. And I mean, I'm only at 6 pounds, but whatever. But she's helped a lot of people. She's also on TikTok. And all of these products are natural. She is a nurse. I think she's a nurse for Kaiser, if I remember. And a lot of the nurses are on it. So it's definitely a plan that works and has worked for her and is working for me. So yeah, check her out. Check it out. If you're looking to do something, you can find her on Facebook. I just gave you her website to check her out. And did I cover everybody? Kara, Jeff. Oh, shout out to Mike Kaufman. Sorry, saved the best for last. Mike Kaufman, thank you for being a loyal subscriber. Appreciate you drinking the Pure Life water as I'm talking to you. And then last but not least, Roger. Shout out to Roger. Thank you for being a loyal subscriber. I appreciate you. Roger has overcome many adversities, including a stroke and relearning how to read, write, walk, talk, all of these things. And now is looking for love. So if any of you are in that same boat, I would love to hear from you, because honestly, I'm trying to match up Roger. And well, if you want to know specifics, you have to text in and ask. I can tell you that he is over 50 and loves to dance, cook, garden, plant flowers, show cars, and that's all I'm going to say for now. Okay, hopefully that gets somebody piqued. Their interest will be piqued, and who knows, Roger? Maybe I'll find you a match through here. Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Continue to like, follow, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts on today's topic, and I think that's it for now. Thank you to Persimmon Dental for keeping my teeth healthy and white. Persimmon Dental, located in Persimmon Plaza on Martinelli Way in Dublin. And ciao for now.